Assalamualaikum and good day. Okay, for today's topic is a map to accident rate reduction. My name is Dr. Ezrin Hani. As usual, we will start our class with the chapter description. At the end of this chapter, students should be able to explain the steps that requires to set up the accident reduction program in the organization. And the expected outcomes of this class are student able to explain about the related theory, the importance of the mission statements, and also people-related approach. Here are the content of the lecture. First, introduction. The second one is theory. The third one is mission statement, behavior-based and person-based approaches. And the last one is the conclusion. Behavior-based safety, BBS, is one of the promising methods implemented in industry to reduce the incidence of accidents and injuries. Researchers have reported diverse BBS applications in various industries. Regardless of the diversity, every industry needs to understand the theory of setting up the BBS program. The theory plays a standard for judging the value of companies' procedures, policies, and performance expectations. Employees need to be educated so that they are understood, accepted, and appreciated on the management efforts rather than misinterpreted. In any BBS program, before we go into deeper, we need to understand the BBS related theory. Theory is considered as a map to the destination. There are so many published theory. However, in this class, we will focus on the safety culture model as a starting point to understand BBS in more details. If the theory is chosen, it is important to teach the theory to everyone who are related. After everyone understands the theory of improving safety at work, the theory needs to be summarized in terms of safety mission statement. Ensure that all related personnel accepted the safety mission statement. Researcher once said, by saying what is our business is actually synonym with asking the question, what is our mission? A mission statement is a declaration of an organization's reason for being and distinguish one organization from other similar enterprises. Various benefits of having a clear mission statement, such as make sure all employees and managers understand the firm purpose or reason for being. In fact, in some literature, it also stated that mission statements have been examined as a key indicator of organizational performance. And don't forget to develop the action plan to bring the theory to life. During this phase, get everybody involved in designing and implementing action plan. Don't have to worry if you guys not understand this slide. In the next slide, I will give you the example of theory, mission statement, and the action plan. Culture emerges at places where people live and work together. Organizational culture is a concept often used to describe shared corporate values that act and influence members' attitude and behaviors. Safety culture is a subfacet of organizational culture, which is thought to add members' attitude and behavior in relation to an organization's ongoing health and safety performance. Many industries around the world are showing an increasing interest in the concept of safety culture as a means of reducing the potential for large-scale disaster and accident associated with the routine task. Henrich et al. 1980, for example, identified the interactive relationship between behavior, situation, which is environment, and person factors at operators level in his accident causation model. In the safety culture model, it also consists of three components. 1. Person. 2. Environment. 3. Behavior. Individuals' internal psychological factors, the environment they are in, and the behavior they engage in all operate as interacting determinants that influence each other. The same interactive relationships are also related to cultural change initiative as attempt to understand why some initiatives have failed. Organizations have often attempted to change people's attitude without considering either job or organizational features. Similarly, changes are often made to organizational systems without regards to people's behaviors or attitude. Moreover, efforts to change people's behavior often do not take in account the determining effort of organizational system or people's attitude. It is showing that the change initiative that disregard the interactive relationship between psychological, behavioral, and situational factors when developing a safety culture are doomed to failure. As the conclusion, the safety culture model, it can be said as factors are dynamic and interactive. Changes in one domain eventually impact two others. Paying attention to only one factor is like using the limited map to find the destination. Now we know that human behavior, situation which is environment, and person factors are the three important factors that is very important as a map to develop safety initiative in the organization. After the relevant theory is chosen, now is the time to develop the appropriate mission statement. A safety mission statement is a short, carefully crafted message that communicates the safety culture and goals desired by ownership and management to all employees in the organization. A safety mission statement can bring your entire team together as you decide why safety is important to each of you. Here are the criteria of a good safety mission statement so that a total safety culture continually improve the safety performance. The mission statement must promote a work environment based on employee involvement, ownership, teamwork, education, training, and leadership. Build self-esteem, empowerment, pride, enthusiasm, optimism, and encourages innovation. Reinforces the need for employees to actively care about their fellow co-workers. Promotes the philosophy that safety is not a priority that can be reordered, but is a value associated with every priority. And the lastly is recognize group and individual achievement. In order to develop the action plan to bring the theory to life, there are two approaches can be adopted. One, person-based approach. Two, behavior-based approach. To educate the theory and to communicate the organizational mission statement, two angles need to be tackled. which is internal part and external part of human. Internal part is called as person-based approach. Each person has a different type of state or traits, attitude, belief, feeling, thought, personality, and perception, values, intentions, which are need to be understood and considered during the development of action plan. Meanwhile, the external part is behavior-based approach. For external part is focused on the person action that can be observed, such as behavior, coaching, recognizing, complying, communicating, and actively caring. The aim for person-based approach is to find out how individuals feel about certain situation, condition, behavior, or personal interactions. This kind of approach can be conducted through surveys, personal interview, and focus group discussion. As mentioned previously, the external part is behavior-based approach. In this part is focused on the person action that can be observed. The basic idea is behavior can be objectively studied and changed by identifying and manipulating environmental conditions that immediately precede and follow a target behavior. So, if we would like to develop the action plan, what we should do is first identifying observable behavior targeted, then change the environmental condition, and lastly, we may able to influence the target behavior in the desired direction. As the comparison, person-based approach used when lecturing, counseling, or educating others in one-to-one or group discussion. Behavior-based approach used when recognizing, correcting, or disciplining others for what they have done. PBA needs intensive training due to tapping into an individual perception, attitude, and thinking process which are very complex. BBA minimal professional training required because it is straightforward and relatively easy to administer, and intervention program or progress can be readily monitored by the ongoing observation of target behavior. Now we come to the end, the conclusion. Theory is the basic principle that need to be chosen correctly in order to set safety target. Statement, mission, and action plan towards accident reduction program have to be communicated at all levels. Complexity of people, internal and external, have to be considered in the program. Thank you very much for your attention. We will proceed to the next lecture.